UAE. The stock is
IDFC First Bank came out with numbers yesterday, and the market gave its verdict on some disappointments that came out from a company from which a lot is anticipated ever since it's become a consolidated entity of IDFC and Capital First. Will the problems that plagued the Q4 continue, or will it be a different picture sooner rather than later? Let's talk about all of that with the bank's MD and CEO, Mr. V. Vaidyanathan. He joins us right now on the show. Mr. Vaidyanathan, good having you. Thanks much for joining in. I want to start off with the here and now first, and then we'll move on to the long picture as well. Can you put the quarter into perspective? The one thing that stood out for a lot of people on the street, because of which I presume the stock also got punished yesterday, was the asset quality. 3 wholesale accounts slipping into NPAs, your exposure to a couple of difficult accounts like DHFL, the ADAG group as well. How do you summarize the quarter gone by, and more importantly, the asset quality displayed in the quarter gone by?
Okay, first things first, the profit before tax, or loss before tax, so to say, for the quarter for the company was 417 crores. And this was largely because of a 420 crore provision we had taken against those 3 identified accounts. If you square them off, because this was a kind of a one-time in nature, you square them off, it's probably be a marginally profitable quarter. Now, the way we look at this is that we think that these accounts hopefully will resolve themselves over time. They are performing accounts. The 2 financial services entities accounts are performing accounts and servicing interest on time. The infrastructure account that you talked about is delayed but not yet NPA, and it's been delayed for the last many years. So it doesn't, it's got adequate security over 2 times, and we therefore do not really anticipate them to really be a washout, or we don't expect to lose the money. But it was a prudent way of approaching it because we identified the issue, we wanted to disclose it.
Would you believe that in popular terms, what people say, kitchen sinking as the term, would you believe that IDFC First Bank has done a large portion of that already? Or is it difficult to give or make a prediction of that nature because of the uncertainties surrounding the business environment right now? Would the asset quality only improve from here on, or is it a difficult prediction to make right now, Mr. Vaidyanathan?
Let's talk X these to 3 accounts, because I think these 3 accounts are actually getting so much of the attention, and we will talk about that. Let me just say that X is 3 accounts. The Capital First loan book of close to about 30,000 crores that was brought into the merger is, I'm very happy to assure you and investors, is absolutely squeaky clean. There is absolutely no problem. It's had an 8-year track record of having gross NPA of about less than 2% and net NPA of less than 1%. Nothing has changed in the last 2 quarters, and I do not expect that to change in the next few years as well, because it's lived through its cycle, through demonetization, through GST, through interest rate hikes, MSF hike, and so on and so forth. Absolutely no problem. Now, as far as the IDFC Bank book, just to help you segregate the 2, we have seen through the book, except these 3 accounts, the rest of the book is quite fine. I do not expect any problem from the rest of the book in the coming few quarters. Now, let us zero in this conversation to these 3 accounts. On these 3 accounts, I told you our exposure is 2,800 crores. 1,800 crores of these were to the financial services companies we talked about. They are servicing, and therefore, for these 3 accounts, we are not expecting any incremental provision in the next quarter. So I believe that in the next quarter, this matter will pass.
Mr. Vaidyanathan, hi, this is Shefali joining in. I want to focus on the liability side of your balance sheet. Even though you've seen a meaningful improvement in your CASA, but the ratio still remains low at just about 13%. And you have a huge target of reaching 40 to 50% of CASA ratio in a couple of years. Isn't that a tall task considering the battle for deposits going on right now? And also I want to ask that the overall liability profile is still weak, with CDs constituting about 20%, money market borrowings around 12%, legacy infra bonds around 26%. So what composition are you targeting going forward?
The origination of IDFC Bank is an IDFC Limited, which had close to about 70,000 crores of loans, which got converted to a bank. So day one, it started with the asset base that did not have liabilities of CASA. So that proportion, the bank over the last 3 years had moved it from 0% to 10%. Now, 10% was as of March 2018. As we speak, as rightly pointed out, it has gone past 10%, and therefore the only way to increase the CASA percentage is for the CASA growth should be significantly faster than the growth of the loan book. That's when CASA percentage as an overall increases. Now, our plan is as follows. We are right now, as you said, about 12.5%. And the really good news is that CASA is coming thick and strong for the bank. I must point out that in the last 1 year alone, CASA has increased by 62% from 5,700 crores to 9,100 crores. The retail CASA has had an even faster growth. It has grown from 2,800 crores to 4,500 crores at a retail level. Now, these are very strong numbers. I must share one more information for you since we talk liabilities, and it's very pertinent here, that the retail CASA plus retail term deposits, if I were to take this up as a family, that has increased from 5,700 crores to 13,200 crores. I think this is a very strong performances coming from CASA and really proves that our CASA numbers are coming very strong. Therefore, in the next 5 years, not 2 years, we have guided for this number to head towards 30% and then move upwards of 40 or 50%. But over the next 5 years, we are very confident that this 12% you are seeing today will continuously improve quarter on quarter, and year on year to touch 30%. I'm very sure you will see the performance on that front.
Mr. Vaidyanathan, continuing with the retail side, last year home loans constituted about 1,600 crore rupees of loans, and you had a focus on commercial vehicles and MSME business as well. All these segments are either going through a slowdown or are distressed at the moment, and you plan to double the retail book. So where would the growth come from going forward?
We are not planning to double the growth book. We are planning to about 2.5 times the loan book or more over the next 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And I'm pretty confident we can achieve that. What's happening is that the retail book, as you know, is largely brought in from a running trajectory of Capital First. I must remind you that in 2010, the retail loan book of Capital First was only 94 crores. From then, in 8 years, it has now touched 30,000 crores. I have noted, and on top of it, there was close to 5,000 crores that was brought in from IDFC Bank retail side. That loan book, I have no doubt that we will take it to 1 lakh crores in the next 5 years. And I think that will tremendously improve the margins. And I think it's one of our silver bullets that we are working towards.
Sir, a word about your wholesale book. It has come down to about 49% versus about 74% just a year back. I want to understand the composition of your wholesale book. Right now, how much are the infrastructure assets and what is the picture on ground? Because every second day we do hear news of some infrastructure asset going through tremendous stress. So what is it that you are witnessing?
I'm thankful to you that you asked that question because there is some, I'm happy to clarify. Our wholesale book is rupees 54,000 crores, of which about 22,000 crores is infrastructure loans. Now, the original infrastructure loan book of the bank, let me say pre-merger, over the last few years was upwards of maybe about 30,000 crores. What the bank had done was had disclosed a large portion of that as stressed loans and taken provisions for it over the years. The 22,000 crores that we have left with us right now, X the 1,000 crores we talked about, in the beginning of the conversation, the 22,000 crores is we are seeing is quite stable. They're performing very well, and we call it the good book. So that's the 22,000 crores good book has been identified. The bad book has been written off over the last 2 or 3 years by the bank in any case. With regard to the prospects for this going forward, we are actually planning to not do any infrastructure loan at all. So if you take a 5-year forward, you will see infrastructure loans as good as zero. You will see the retail book as good as 100,000 crores. You will see a wholesale book, that is corporate book, that is non-infrastructure book, maybe between 40 to 50,000 crores. And I think as a combination, that will end up becoming a predominantly retail bank with good margins, a stable credit performance, and high corporate governance is the sort of bank we're looking forward to. I do think that the current news about the 3 loans we pointed out has generated a lot of interest, and people are concerned. I understand the concern, but I do believe that once the next few quarters pass and people see the growth in CASA, they see the growth in retail book, they see a stable credit performance, I think these concerns will ebb.
If we stave off those 3 accounts, Mr. Vaidyanathan, would you reckon, I heard you mention that you've glanced through, Capital First book was anyways not a problem. IDFC First, I heard you mention that you've glanced through that book. It may not be squeaky clean, but it will not pose many problems. Stave off those 3 accounts, you would reckon there are no large other accidents within the book of IDFC First Bank?
That is a correct statement. Save those 3 accounts. There are no accidents waiting to happen in the rest of the book. It's performing well. And on these 3 accounts, I told you, the 1,000 crore infrastructure account is not a bad account. It is behind schedule as responsible management with clean transparency. We just wanted to share it with our investors. I think in the next few quarters, people will see our statement holding up on this front.
Okay, I'm using a statement from a note that came out about a month ago, Mr. Vaidyanathan, and this I'm just trying to get a perspective from a point of view of a stockholder who's looking at your bank right now and looking at your stock right now, that things are looking fine. The intent of the management is great, and the focus on growing retail loan, shedding infra book, focusing on distribution, retail, CASA are all well placed. However, the starting point of a heavy infra book, negligible CASA and higher OPEX will result in a long gestation period for IDFC First Bank to earn respectable ROA, ROEs. They time it about 4 to 5 years, wherein you can get respectable ROAs, ROEs. Would you reckon, within your wisdom, that time frame could be shorter than the 5 years that the market seems to be believing right now?
It's a great question. As far as we are concerned, we are very focused on building brick by brick the fundamentals of a bank. The fundamentals of a bank is you need to raise money from retail public, and you need to ideally lend to retail public in a risk-adjusted way, and then you get the margin. It's a simple bank we're trying for, and that's all we're trying for. Now, to your question, therefore, that path of retailization and a stable book requires 2 things. One is growth of CASA. I told you right now, our CASA is close to about 9,000 crores. Our plan is to take it to about 40,000 to 50,000 crores, 40 to 45,000 crores over the next 5 years. We think that is achievable. We believe the 1 lakh crore retail book is definitely achievable, and therefore the margin, I must point out to you, which was pre-merger was 1.7%, has already grown to 3.03%. We believe we can take this to 5%. Now, when this transformation plays out, I believe that barring this quarter that has gone by, when we see year on year over the next 5 years, the profit will continuously, I believe, as far as my information, my eyes can see today, profits will continuously increase from here. And I would imagine more than a deadline period, whether it takes 5 years or 4 years, what will be very important is the trajectory, and I'm pretty confident we will not disappoint people on the trajectory of how we will perform from here on for the next 5 years.
Okay, I take on board your confidence. As one last question of IDFC First Bank, you have a good pulse on what's happening within the consumption space. That's been the biggest bugbear for market sentiment currently. How do you analyze what's happening, and do you reckon that the market is in a bit of a denial mode about the slowdown in consumption, or do you reckon that this is a NBFC stroke behavior, risk-off-led behavior kind of an impact, which will recoup itself over the next couple of quarters?
I think there is a shortage of liquidity in the market. if you see how mutual funds are subscribing to bonds and papers of even good companies or even government companies for that matter, there is a shortage, and yields have gone up by about 100 odd basis points, notwithstanding the drop in the repo rates. So I think that is somewhere having an effect. So market's not exactly in denial. I think there is a consumption, and you can see many commentators talking about it. Our sense is that this is not a 1 quarter, 2 quarter story. Again, this is to be seen in a 2-3 year story, and on that front, as I'm sure you will agree, that the core fundamentals that the economy growing at 7% and the rest of the story, but consumption story growing, I think there is absolutely no change. So if you look at a quarter, I don't know, you can draw your own judgments if you're concerned or not concerned. But if you take a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year story, that is what we business people look at. We don't look at the quarter, we look at the next 2 or 3 years. Genuinely, we don't see a problem. Hopefully election goes by and the results are out, and then people feel a lot more confident.
Okay. Great having your thoughts on all of these, and all the best for the quarters ahead, and all the best with the trajectory, Mr. Vaidyanathan. Thanks so much for joining in today.
Thank you very much.
All right. That's IDFC First Bank's MD and CEO V. Vaidyanathan in a conversation with Bloomberg Quint. Thanks so much for watching this broadcast.